Okay, good morning. I'm going to call the Marion Township Board of Supervisors meeting, workshop meeting for Saturday, June 21st to order. The time is now 9:02 a.m. We do not have anybody currently on the teams, but I'll let you know if that changes. First item, as always, is the Pledge of Allegiance. So I'd like to ask everybody to please rise. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, the meetings, as always, are being recorded for audio and video. We actually don't have anybody in the audience today. But for those of us on the board, don't forget to put your phones on vibrate. Anyone wishing to address the board can do so, but since we have nobody in the audience, we're just going to kind of skip past that. There are no public comments this morning. For anybody watching the video, there's no time like the present to get your septic system pumped and inspected. The list of registered pumpers are available upon request at the township office. All you have to do is call. And we are still accepting letters of support for the proposed potential sewer projects, which is a good segue into item number one, which is Act 537. Hydroterra has submitted the draft drawings to the E1 manufacturer for review. They're currently preparing some of the draft specifications. The next steps on that is we'll be reviewing the E1 comments, followed by forwarding the plans over to Wilmsdorf Sewer Authority. All of these steps are necessary in order to stay on the timeline that we have with the state around Act 537. So we'll have to kind of keep an ear out and see if there's any updates from Hydroterra, but that's the current state of things. Speaking of septic systems and pumping and inspections, there were 16 pumping reports submitted during May. 131 reports have been submitted since the February 2024 startup. The next step is to have them send notices to homeowners. I believe they're going to be doing that next month. And we should be looking at scheduling it's technically mandated by DEP, a sewage management education 1-hour program for homeowners sometime in August or September. I don't have any objections to doing that here. Morning, Kelly. And Kimberly is working on drafting a letter.
Yeah, the letter to send out to the.
Yeah, just letting people know about that. I don't think we'll, I'm kind of torn. I don't know if we'll have enough of a turnout to have to like rent the school, or we just have it here and we put in like 20 or 30 chairs and just kind of roll with it. I don't think a lot. I think some people will show, but I don't think we're going to get the kind of turnout as if we were talking about Act 537 in general.
Yeah.
So, Kelly, since you showed up, you missed public comment. Do you have any public comments for today?
When we get to
the end, but like just okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next item on the agenda is the restoration of the current building, practical preservation services. Danielle Kepperling with Dana Clark and Tippett Weaver on July 18th to survey the township building. I will try to be there as well throughout the day. Maybe not. I don't know how long we're going to be out there, but I could at least try to be there for some of it.
I think he said 9 to 5 minimum.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Full day.
I was gonna say it's probably gonna be a whole day affair.
And Lisa, remember they changed their name from Practical Preservation to Kepperling Preservation. Remember?
Okay.
Just for record keeping sake.
The next is the playground maintenance and equipment. We have a maintenance day set on the 28th of June. We're going to be looking at the bleachers, doing some mulch, replacing liners, cutting down some trees. Carl, I believe you had gotten a quote for the basketball court, the repaving and sealing.
Yep.
The MTCA has actually offered to pay for some of that. So,
okay. Should I tell them to go ahead?
You guys have the quote?
No, we don't have the quote.
So the quote was more expensive than I originally thought it would be. I think the one quote was like what, 2,800 or something, Carl, and now that's I saw the new one 62.
2,500.
2,500.
25. What did I see that was 6,200?
That might have been the total to do
all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was.
Do you mind sharing that with Kelly too? If that's okay, with Peter.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Thank you, guys.
Let's say before you leave, if Lisa, if you make a copy of that for Kelly.
Yeah.
And then I sent you an email, Kelly. We'll get to that line item though.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have no problem with that. Like MTCA thinking like 50-50 or like what's the,
No,
they're gonna pay the whole thing? Okay, then,
I remember them saying at the meeting, they would pay the whole thing for the court, and then it was happy for the monument.
right, and
So-
any paperwork or.
yeah, and
permits.
we'll
we
take
would
care of that.
And waive.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to authorize the MTCA to repave and seal the basketball court at their expense. Any permits, what? The,
The basketball court is like.
yeah, I think so, yeah, repaving, sealing.
Yeah, I was fixing the cracks, sealing it and painting the lines.
Okay, so yeah, motion stands to authorize the MTCA to repave, seal, paint the basketball court at their expense. The township will pick up any costs of permits or paperwork.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Peter, second by Jesse. Roll call, Peter?
Aye.
Jesse?
How do you want that to work? Do we want Carl to be in charge of orchestrating that? Do we give you guys the money or do we?
I don't know if we can actually reimburse the other way for legal reasons. Like, I don't think you can give us money. The only thing I would say is have work with Carl to coordinate that. But ultimately it'll be the community association doing something in the park. Yeah.
And then if they want the money the day of, whatever, we'll give them a check.
Yeah, thank you, Carl.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know it was on here.
On that, I need permission to get the timbers in the mulch.
Do you know how much roughly?
I can tell you.
Okay.
It was around.
Okay. I know we had something on here about the monument.
Thought there was a line item on the bottom.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a line item.
36.
36. Too many items. Okay, so I'm gonna jump ahead briefly just so we kind of keep that clustered together. The Veterans Memorial Stone. We did a walkthrough with the MTCA and we found a spot that we think is going to be a good spot. The MTCA has also offered to pay for half. You remember off the top of your head, I don't have that packet of stuff in front of me, what the cost for the,
I have not made any contact.
Okay, because, no, that's all right.
I
because
thought you had somebody that
the-
had given you one.
The lady from, let me just reach back out to the email.
I'll get back to you.
No, let me see who did this one. Tracy Chrisman of, I'm trying to remember which one Tracy is.
Yeah, I know you sent one.
Tracy, got back to me asking us what the status is because they want the job. Tracy was with Imperial Monuments.
What was a quote? That was like $1,800 or something like that.
One was. Too many emails. I don't know why they can't just, I don't know why they just can't reply to all. Here's one. So this was,
Yeah, 1,600.
so that was to remove the memorial, reinstall in the community park on new foundation,
Yeah,
was a total of $1,668.
okay. So I've got a couple of things I want to cover, and then I've got a thought. So the walkthrough that we had was moving it over to by the ball field in that the kind of grass strip between the trees there, that kind of border Hunsinger Drive, and then where the ball field actually starts.
Did you talk to Carl about that, about his thoughts?
Not yet. So when he's done doing that, we'll follow with him. But I personally like the idea because it's still sort of in the center of town. It's very heavily integrated into people coming and going, but it's out of the way enough that we don't have to worry about it being an obstruction. You get that nice integratedness into, people are going to see it when they're coming to little league games or coming and going for the car show or anything else, but we don't have to worry about it being either way out of the way and no one's ever going to see it or appreciate it, or having it be like smack dab in the middle of somewhere causing problems. So,
So this is a separate person. So this Tracy person is a different cost.
yeah, what'd she say? Or
She said,
not
she
good
asked
one?
me if we made a decision, but she didn't send me the quote.
Yeah,
The quote was the quotes, weren't they very vague?
they're pretty vague. It's basically like cost of moving monument, cost of, putting in pad.
I just sent to her, I just messaged her back and emailed her back and said, can you please send me a PDF quote? And then I will do this.
I mean, I think we're still technically below the telephonic.
And how does that work when
Requirements.
half of it's donated? So like, we have to be below it because if they're paying half,
No, it's still the total cost.
Still the
Like, it's
total
still
cost.
total cost, but we're still below the telephonic threshold, I believe, for that. I mean,
it's not a bad deal, 1668 for the cement foundation, the whole 9 yards turnkey move.
yeah. So anything below 12,900 does not require formal bidding or informal quotations. So we're very squarely within the realm of that.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
And the estimate for the park stuff was 1,500.
1,500, okay.
So on the 28th, is that 9 o'clock that you guys are gonna start there to do the maintenance?
8 a.m.
8, okay.
Not earlier.
Yeah, no, please not earlier.
Well, I put it
Um,
out on Facebook yesterday, but I'm like, Jesse thought it was 9, but I'm like, I'm not sure of the time, so I figured I would,
Yeah.
We have 8 written down.
okay.
Okay, so I will put a motion out on the table there to authorize Carl to purchase the replacement bleachers and mulch and other items needed for the park maintenance day, up to $1,500.
Second it.
What are you getting, Carl?
The wooden timbers and mulch and weed barrier and cool.
Phone is being
Spikes.
dumb. So this is the one that was 16. I sent it to your phone and Kelly's,
Thank you.
so you have it. See the,
Can we use the old?
We're in the middle of a
Hold on,
motion.
hold on.
Hold on.
Pause that thought for a second. Roll
Okay,
call.
so motion made by Peter, second by Jesse, roll call Peter.
Aye.
Jesse,
Okay,
Can
continue.
you use the old mulch? Like when you dig it up, you put the
I'm
weed barrier
sure we
down?
can probably,
Put
yeah,
that in the bottom.
yeah, I don't think that'll be a problem. The issue is that we're short on mulch too, so we're gonna need more than is physically there, but yeah. But yeah, we should be able to reuse the stuff that's there.
So we're doing replacing the timbers.
Timbers, the mulch, and
The
then
mulch at the playground.
we're gonna have like,
Timbers at the playground too, like over that zip
Yeah.
line thing.
Okay.
yeah.
And then the trees, we're doing all that in one day?
Yeah, so we're gonna have the fire company is gonna come out, John's gonna come out from like an EMC sort of thing, and I think they're gonna have a demonstration day of saws and chainsaws and things like that,
Okay.
that they're gonna make the best of it, and they're gonna be cutting that down while other people are messing around with mulch and timbers and things, so we're gonna fight and conquer.
Do you mind if Randy helps with?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine.
We bring, what are we putting the old mulch in?
I think we're just putting it off to the side and then putting it back when we're done.
Bring like wheelbarrows and then dump it in, or?
I mean, we have the front end loader.
yeah, and we have the subcompact now too, so you can just scoop it up in a bucket and wait.
If need be, I can always just drive
Are you
my,
gonna be there, Carl? You're helping? Okay.
I've got a compact tractor with a bucket. I can always just drive it up from my house. It's not that
And I am trying to recruit.
good. More hands, the better. If you got
My
anybody,
father-in-law has my subcompact right now, so.
yeah, like I said, if we need more tractor power, we can get it. And like, I've got wheelbarrows and dump carts and stuff like that too, that I can load up on a trailer and bring them up.
Even if we would take the old mulch and put it in the truck, the F-450 or whatever it is. Richland has that,
Composting thing.
Richland Supply, or what is that out there?
Martin's.
Martin's.
Yeah.
It's like $10 to dump all the weeds and
Yeah,
whatever.
I think we're gonna be
Or
able
you
to
just do like a neighbor guy does and dump it at the end of the park.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
yeah,
Don't get me started.
yeah. Okay, so we're gonna keep moving on that. So, on the subject of the monument, Carl, we did a walkthrough with the MTCA and, Hunsinger Drive where the ball field is, and then there's that line of trees. We're gonna proposing to put it in between there in that grass area, probably closer to the ball field. That way it's sort of kind of out of the way, but still kind of in the middle of everything. Yeah. Do you have any objections or concerns around that?
No.
Okay. In which case,
Maybe make that fence a little longer.
well, that was one of the things we were talking about was maybe making the fence a little bit longer at some point in the near future. Because like I'm still a fan of putting the like outfield fence thing that Jim Brooks had said about, because then like you can put advertising up or get sponsorship from businesses and things like that, things to help bring some life into the park. But in terms of the monument getting moved, because we want to do that sooner rather than later, I'll make a motion to authorize the movement of the monument through a professional service of up to $1,800.
I'll second that.
Motion made by Peter, second by Jesse. Roll call, Peter.
Aye.
Jesse.
So I can handle that.
You can handle that, and then the logistics of that would be whoever has it set up, whatever the final bill, dollar and cents is. If the MTCA is paying half, then they'll write a check and we write a check, and the two of them pay off whatever it is.
All right, now I can spring into action.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
When you have a date, Jesse, I will let Twyla know. Yeah, and then, the other thought is MTCA would like to, at some point, get a flagpole up there also. in
Well,
monument.
that was actually going to be my next point. Is once the stone is moved, I think I certainly am in favor of it. I think Jesse's in favor of it too. Is getting a flagpole there, maybe getting a light on it, doing something a little bit more like what they have in Wilmersdorf with their park, their monument thing, making it an actual installation rather than just the marker itself. And then maybe going so far as doing a rededication of it once it's moved, once we have the flagpole and everything in place, and talking to some of the local, like the American House and like any of the military stuff that we have nearby to do a proper rededication of the memorial.
I can talk to Twilight too. I have both of them. It doesn't, whoever wants to do it.
Okay.
Make sure you're guys are in the loop no matter what, so you'll know every step. Promise.
Okay, well, good. I think we have a nice opportunity here to do something nice for the community.
If we can just put this on the back burner, and Carl, if you can think about this too, the other thing that I'm getting a lot of concern about is pickleball court back there.
That seems to be a big thing now.
Yeah.
I've never even seen it.
What do we got to do for the tennis court to make that into a pickleball?
Then the tennis court or the multi-purpose court, I don't
Yeah.
know which would
I don't-
be better. I'm not up. on it.
I would say the tennis court. I don't know that I've seen a single person play tennis there.
And that fence is pretty ratty, so
Yeah.
if we redo one, we'll just redo the fence in the court.
Yeah,
That's the one that's rusty, right? The real rusty fence.
yeah. And
Yeah.
the multi-purpose court is kind of nice to keep multi-purpose because like you can run around, or like for example, like my kids don't know how to roller skate. I can throw roller skates on them and just turn them loose in there. You don't have to worry about like a net or anything like that, or inconveniencing people trying to play pickleball or whatever. So it is kind of nice to have a space like that, especially if it actually does get cold enough ever again that you could actually freeze it and skate on it. But yeah, Carl, if you could look and see because I honestly, off the top of my head, I don't even know what the difference is between
I don't either. I'll find out though.
pickleball versus tennis or whatever. But see what we would need to do to convert the tennis court into a pickleball court.
Yep.
Okay, moving on, number 5, future planning. The memorial stone actually kind of falls into one of the categories there. Same thing with the pickleball court. This is we're looking at generating a 5 to 10 year plan, broken into 3 categories: beautification, efficiency, and capability. Really, to put it simply, things that make the township nicer or better at doing things that we already do, or offering new things that we don't already do. One of the things that we're ultimately looking at, and I'm not sure how soon that's going to be, but would be like doing the walking trail around the park. That might be a relatively low cost thing that we can target quicker. And even simple things like designating bike trails. I do want to follow up with John Selesky about the thing with the Tulbahocken Creek access. on Canal Road to see if he's able to pursue that further, because I think that would be a good thing too. But other than that,
The turtle there.
yeah, you could have. Um, Moving on to item number 6, short and long-term ordinances. The team is working on identifying rental properties. Letters are actively being sent out, and any of the responses are being cataloged. Joint comprehensive plan, we will have a resolution to adopt on Thursday. It's 2025-7. This is for the Western Berks Joint Comprehensive Plan update. Moving into road items, road maintenance, we're still working on the 5-year maintenance plan, getting that nailed down. A component of this is going to be Carl working on getting high criticality roads targeted, roughly, subject to change, of course, of the next 5 to 6 years, so that we have a rolling plan of road projects that we can submit in January going forward. Along with the basic things about maintenance cycles, cleaning culverts, that sort of stuff, so that it's well documented. Number 9 is the GIS system. We did approve at the last meeting and purchased a couple of laptops. I don't know if anybody purchased those yet. Okay, maybe I'll work with you this week on getting that. And then we need to get the app downloaded and installed. We'll talk to Troy about that. And we got to talk to Solve IT, because I don't have rights to install anything on the computers anymore. But once we have the GIS system in, we can start really caching a lot of the data that we have around roads, road conditions, culverts, speeds, etc., into a nice, neat, tidy, organized system. There are no new items on number 10, the Sheridan Road South drainage improvement. Number 11, the extension of the stormwater pipe along Marion Drive. The assessment and work continues on that. Allgaier Enterprises looking at including a berm on the grassy area at 59 Main Street in the side yard to help mediate that. I'm sure there will be more discussion on that. Number 12 and 13, there's no new items on this, and we're not going to discuss extensively because of potential litigation around the matter. Road projects for 2025. So good news. They are going to be opening the bids that we received on Thursday during the day. We will have bids for review on Thursday night, and that includes, Richland Road, Main Street, School Road, from Smaltz to Church, School Road from Church to Marion Drive, Woods Drive, and parts of Canal Road. So while the action-packed, air quotes around that, meeting Thursday night around road projects. Trash collection. The attorney is actively reviewing our contract to confirm what kind of updates can be made without us getting into hot water with the whole, bidding laws that go into second-class township code. Hopefully we'll have an update Thursday night. Number 16, nothing new on the saldo. Number 17, Blue Spruce, there's no new items on that. 85 Main Street, nothing new on that one as well. 175 Charming Forge Road. This will require the adoption of Resolution 2025-8, which will modify the ag security area. That'll be a Thursday night item. Is Irene back Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 20 on the agenda is Alden on 6th. There will be a planning commission meeting on July the 15th around news updates and changes on the Alden on 6th development. Equipment repair, number 21. We need a new brush for the side mower.
We need more than
More than that? Okay.
that. I took it apart and it's
Not so good.
yeah, it's-
Okay.
yeah,
Well, I'll put a pin in that for now. Let us know what we need for the brush. And
well,
then
you guys were originally talking about getting a blower or something for that.
we were considering getting a blower. And really at this point, if the brush is shot,
It's from
let's,
from 1971.
we got a lot out of it then.
You can
Yeah.
still get parts for it, but like I said, the brush alone was over $1,000, and the gearbox got play in it, and it's leaking.
So it's
One
time.
of the
It's time.
shafts is shot.
It's time.
It's time.
It's seen its service, in my opinion.
Now, like 50 years is not a bad useful life for a brush. I can't help but laugh while I'm saying that. I'm sorry. So yeah, I would say get us costs on
And
what
it's,
it would be
it's
to
not,
get.
it's not a critical item we use all the time.
We'll use it enough.
Yeah.
So what it would be for a new brush versus we have some of those quotes we might need to refresh for a blower. And then really honestly, your
So-
professional opinion on which one would actually be the most useful.
So if the old quotes were drafted by Butch,
Well, the old quotes we had solicited
blower.
via Butch, but he went and it's a pretty standard thing.
Yeah, because it runs off the PTO
Yeah.
shaft, but I would feel more comfortable.
We're gonna have to get him again because there's been
Yeah.
enough price changes in the past like year.
I would just feel more
Anyway.
comfortable if me or Carl got
Yeah, again, no
the
objection there.
quotes, because.
Yeah,
I
that
know
stuff's also
whether-
about a year old.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
And he got them, so it was,
Regardless, we're gonna need to
Yeah, gonna
revisit.
need to-
I
But
had some trust issues
Um,
with the.
Start in the
Individual
beginning again and
But-
get stuff.
yeah, if you can kind of give us a 1-to-1 sort of thing, and if you say like, yeah, a blower would work sometimes better than this, it might be worth the extra cost on it. Or if you say like, brush is fine.
We'll have to get a brand new one. either.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing is we can get something used as long as it's in good shape.
We got Carl here.
I was gonna say, I have a
Investigate stuff.
little a higher degree of confidence in you taking something through its paces and making sure that we don't get a dud.
No, I'd go look at it. And
Yeah. Okay.
we don't want the boom mower all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the
that's-
status with the boom mower? Is it still,
Well, it goes into reverse now, but it's cool. It's cool down.
I think we could
Is
just.
it a
dump that.
cooler? Like, do you think it's like a, do we need to put, or is like
I
the,
think it's an internal transmission thing.
okay.
It gets hot and something.
The actual mower attachment of that, does that come off of that?
Yep, you can take it off, but the framework to that is,
The frame's been welded like 60 times.
I tell you what, I
It was bought
do,
like-
I like having the boom mower as opposed to that side one. You
Yeah.
got way more options with it.
Yeah.
Like I did the S bridge down there, you can go over the guardrail on the other side. All you can do is this with the other one.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can talk about that at some point, but my thought is to trade both of them in and get a decent boom mower.
I like that idea.
Let's get figures on kind of what we'd be looking at to
Yeah.
get a new
But
boom
New,
mower.
new to us, new to us.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Air quotes around
doesn't
new.
You
have
know,
to be new stuff.
Evertiers
Yeah.
treated us really, really well, their
Yeah.
sales team.
Yeah.
So don't write off new completely.
Okay.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So they shaved off a lot of money on that.
And
new
that's actually something that
They did.
I'm trying to remember
Got
the-
almost
trying to remember
destroyed
the
in
rules.
like a week's time.
Getting started again.
trying to remember the rules on this, but we are allowed to use liquid fuels money for this sort of stuff.
Yes,
So
So, and when we look at a boom mower, maybe we want to get one that it's a little more detachable. So that way, if Carl wanted to use the tractor for something else, you know what I mean?
yeah,
I know they make some that are like quicker detach,
did
but
you see the one, Art called me, he had one up over here, they're putting tires on it. It was called a Mantis or something. That was a neat machine.
Yeah.
It had a PTO in the front, so you could put like that snow blower we have in the front.
Yep.
And you could take the boom off the side, and it was a pretty neat machine, but they wanted like 150 grand for it.
that's a little too much. That's a little outside.
But
of
I
our
mean, it
price
was, it was fairly
But-
new.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's
the other thing to consider is like, even if it's newer or used or something like that, or new but not quite as expensive, we could actually do it on financing and then just pay the small amount out of the liquid fuels every year.
Yeah.
Rather than taking it all in one go.
So you don't have that hit at one time. And I
Yeah.
forget, there's money in there on the equipment, and I forget the number though. But we may need to end up using some of that for roads.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that's something that we need to look at, fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we'll have to weigh our options, but I still stand by the fact that having a boom mower is almost a needed thing for the size of our road crew and the kind of things that we have to do. So if this piece of equipment isn't quite working, let's figure out what to do with it and then figure out what we need to do to get the right equipment. So. Okay, township property, we're still working on the inventory. Trash dumping, there's really nothing new on that. I'm still kind of hoping to get a decent trail cam on sale, one that's got the cell phone connection to it so that somebody doesn't just find it and smash it and destroy any evidence of them dumping. Road crew equipment, Carl, there was a note on here about potentially, after the bidding for 2025 is done, looking at a new truck.
Not new. My thought was once we get the road squared away,
Yeah.
I'd like to, I've been looking at the auctions.
To the Georges.
Get the road squared away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a, yeah.
Sorry.
When we get this year's road project funded, I'd like to be able to maybe bid on these auctions. We'll set up
Yeah.
a
Thank you.
price and,
Yeah.
and I can show you some of the ones that sold recently that were much newer and much nicer and decent prices, like 30, 40 grand.
And we're talking big like the international, right?
Well, I would go with the smaller one first, number one, because the international can't go over most of our bridges anyway.
Yeah.
There's even a couple of them, the 550 shouldn't.
Yeah.
So I'd go with the smaller one first. That's my thought.
Yeah, let's get some figures in place and look and, if nothing else, maybe we try to fit that into the 2026 budget.
Yeah.
Structurally. But that is another thing that, not to put too many things into liquid fuels, but we can use liquid fuel money for trucks.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. What's left of it.
Yeah.
What determines how much we get back from liquid fuels?
Hmm?
Or what
The miles of
determines?
road.
Miles of road.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought-
We have,
About 150 a year.
yeah,
With turn
with
back.
turn back included. Yeah, I think it's like
It's like
90,
90 and
92 and 60.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Hunsinger Road, drive visibility issues. This is, the stuff we had talked about at last month's meeting. There are kids just sailing through there and it's, a bit of a hazard because at some point somebody's gonna hit a car one way or the other and somebody's gonna get hurt or worse. So we had talked about getting, like caution, like children playing signs, painting corners, things like that. So I guess this month, next month, Carl, will, whether it's me or me and Jesse, we'll work with you on getting signs ordered, getting stuff painted and all that good stuff so that we've got hopefully at least a little more visibility on it. Try to cut down on, more than anything, unawareness on drivers for kids sailing through there like that.
And then we talked about, so people are actually parking like right up against it too.
Yeah,
So we have to paint,
We have to paint
So they
back.
can't-
I think it's either
no
15
parking or no
15 or
parking.
20 feet from a curb, from a
Is it
corner.
15?
I think it's 15. I'm trying to remember what the NDOT standards are, but,
Okay.
And
it's,
there's a crosswalk too.
yeah, crosswalks are, I think crosswalks might be 20, regular corners are just like 15. But yeah, we can paint that. People are gonna probably be a little pissy about losing parking spaces, but line of sight there is
It's zero,
so
almost
bad.
zero.
Yeah, I drove that the one day just after that to check it out, and you're right, you can't see anything until you're pretty much into the road.
Right.
So,
You gotta creep out to even see.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We gotta do something about it. Number 26, meeting.
Back to 25, Carl wanted to discuss the sinkhole on Fort Road.
Oh, yeah, please.
That's a bad one.
Yeah, you guys all saw the pictures, right?
Yeah.
It looks to me like that, the pipe farther down, the whole floor of it's rusted out and it's
It's
caving in.
caving in.
So I would almost guarantee on the other side of that pipe, there's a sinkhole forming and the pavement just hasn't busted through yet. So I mean, I don't think relining that pipe is gonna be an option because of the structural ability.
Okay.
But
Did you reach out to Troy at all?
Yeah.
And you didn't hear back from him?
I'll send him an email.
he was copied on the email I sent you.
Because I thought for sure, I saw an email go from you to him and everybody was CC'd on it.
No, he was definitely.
But I didn't see a response come back.
No,
I'll email Troy, and if I don't hear from him like Monday or Tuesday, I'll call him and be like, I really need you to talk to Carl about.
Because this is actually a
Yeah.
safety concern.
Oh, yeah.
So-
No, we don't want a road caving in. That's the reason we did those other culverts was they were to that point where they were gonna cave in. So
So
we
if
don't,
something happens, they're gonna blame us.
well, yeah, it's technically speaking, it's our,
Right.
and Colin's gonna probably.
But
shoot
it's
me
not
when I
that he's
say
not
this,
being
but
proactive.
No,
We're
but
ongoing.
we need-
He's,
we need to make sure
Put
that
an
it's
email
dealt
out a
with
week
because
ago when that
if
occurred.
there is a sinkhole that opens up on the roads, we're
Yeah.
legally culpable. So
and that's why the response time by him needs to be.
it needs to be a little tighter. So, yeah, thank you for reminding me about that. I have a feeling just from looking at the pictures that you had sent, we're gonna have to cut that out, replace the
I
pipe
think you're right.
and replace it. There's,
Everything's gonna need to be.
yeah,
redone.
it's,
Which again, I said, once we get the road things funded this
Yeah.
year, then we'll look at equipment.
Yes.
That's not gonna be cheap.
no, unfortunately. least it's not a culvert. We can still put a pipe in there. Like, it's not a box culvert, I should say. We can still put a pipe in there.
I wouldn't hold your breath on that either. We gotta wait till see what the engineer says.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
then-
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. It's a single pipe though.
So,
It's a
yeah.
single pipe.
The state, what the state says.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me rephrase that. It's a lot more likely that we're gonna be able to put a single pipe in there, whereas like a lot of the other culverts we had, they were either too wide or double pipes, and you're not allowed to do that. Anyway, moving forward, we're on Teams now instead of Zoom. The Teams meeting link is up on the website. And Lisa, we can probably take that off the agenda after Thursday night's meeting.
Okay,
Snow emergency, we're still working with the engineer on doing the parking opposite sides of the road to try to keep things moving and be able to have Carl effectively plow. I would say, Lisa, if you want to move that towards the end of the agenda
okay,
for next month or even for Thursday night, that would be okay. And you can strike the note about the diagonal parking. We're not going to be able to do the diagonal parking.
okay,
History items, we're still working on some of the specifics of potentially donating some of the duplicate items and talking to the Tulpahawkins Historical Society about storing some of our stuff there while we do building renovations. So more to come on that, but no major updates on that as it stands right now.
One thing is too, Kelly, we gotta get the MTCA stuff out of there yet.
Maybe on like the 28th, I don't want to dogpile too much stuff, but if we have a bunch of people there, either before we get underway or after, like we just carry a bunch of stuff down into the trailer for like the.
I was thinking some of that stuff was going in the shed, and I was waiting for the shed to be moved.
Oh, okay, you're putting it in the shed rather than the trailer?
I don't know if you're gonna fit any of that stuff. in
Yeah,
there.
some of the stuff's a little larger.
room in the trailer?
No, she was saying she wanted to put it in the shed.
Yeah, I mean, but the stuff, is there room in the trailer
yeah.
for the stuff?
Yeah, there was room in
Yeah.
the trailer the last time I went.
So you got those, I don't think those big nets are gonna fit in there for like soccer and all that. There's a lot of stuff, just stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's some small stuff. You're right, but there are like nets, and I think there's like
Some-
the box things for
Some
like,
of the stuff you're gonna probably end up throwing out, 'cause some of it's old paint.
Yeah.
But even, I mean, some of the stuff, if you don't want it anymore, you guys could put it up on Marketplace and bring more money into the MTCA with it. Or buy new. It's your stuff. I mean,
There's balls that, like soccer balls that
Are you
are,
moving that shed?
So are we gonna be able to get the forks from the mobile store?
I can get them if you want to do it Saturday.
Yeah, let's try and do it the 28th. I'm just gonna probably slide it further out into the field there, but we can pace it off. We can figure it out. Let's put it this way. I'm not opposed to moving
Well,
it
it would have
anywhere.
to-
that-
You probably want to move it before Saturday if they're doing the tree.
it would have to be right or left. Well, it shouldn't be in that area.
Well, right or
because if
left
We
is
need to work
relative.
on that septic tank.
Yeah, I was,
Put a line in.
Yeah.
We want it at least far enough that you can put a backhoe in there and dig around it safely. Cause I can see in the future possibly us putting a pipe back in.
is it level enough by where the trailer is to put it back there with the trailer? Did we just put the shed and the trailer in the same spot?
Really, when you have a shed like that, you shouldn't be putting it on the ground. There should be gravel and should be compacted down level.
Yeah.
But I mean,
So let's put it this way, Carl, not to add more to your plate, but this week, could you kind of give us some suggestions of where a good landing spot for that shed would be? Because I agree with Jesse, we don't want to have it anywhere near where the septic line
But you
is.
probably want to. Do you want to move that before Saturday if they're doing trees?
Well, I mean, we'd move it before we did the trees. I wouldn't take down trees with the shed still there.
Right.
But yeah, it all depends if there's gonna be enough time to move it.
now.
I think it's.
Yeah, there's-
great.
The only thing that's really in there is there's a couple flats of shingles. So I mean,
Old shingles.
yeah, well, no, there was a couple of flats of
Yeah.
new shingles that we didn't need. It's good to have it spare just in case like something blows off, but yeah, it's pretty empty
Okay,
in
so
there.
it shows what, pretty late.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I've been waiting to.
yeah. Okay. Office supplies. I'm still working on the sign. We need a safe.
I don't even
As-
mind picking one up. If you guys pick one out,
Well, I was just kind of cruising around here on the one that you were looking at. or the Academy Sports that you recommended.
It's free delivery too for some of them.
That's even better, but,
You can buy it on the township card, have it mailed here next week.
Mailed?
Yeah, they deliver them. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna come in the mail.
oh, it'll probably, it'll
That's
be,
what I'm like, mail?
it'll be freight. Yeah, that poor USPS guy.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna fit in the little mailbox out there.
Let's look and see what this would be.
There's a bunch of different sizes.
Yeah.
I would say don't go too big, so that way we can move it around easily.
Yeah, we also got to
Well,
worry
we're
about,
only allowed to have, what was it, pounds per square feet?
I thought it was like 100 pounds per square.
150 or 200 pounds per
Yeah.
square feet?
shipping on that was.
I stand with my feet together and breaking it.
Get like the smallest one that's. And in that way, at least you could put it in her office one day, and then she can have the big stuff in the big safe. I don't know.
What's that?
This one could stay in the office, secretarial office one day,
Which one?
a
What?
little safe.
Are you looking at two safes?
Well, you already have two safes.
We already have the one at the building.
Yeah,
So
that one's-
the question is,
That one's not coming over here.
no, and I think he's talking long-term, when we're
Yeah.
back at the other building.
Oh, when
um,
it goes, when we go back over there.
How much storage do we actually need? Because you need the minutes, you need the checks.
The minutes, resolutions, ordinances, checks. So, I mean, there was a lot of stuff that was in there that probably.
It shouldn't have been in the safe.
It probably didn't need to be. It's not that it was hurting anything, but, my concern is if we get something like this, it's gonna be too small.
I have one of those. It's not big.
Yeah, they're pretty, you're not gonna be able to fit a couple, more than a couple of 3-ring binders in there. Whereas like this, it's bigger, but you're certainly gonna have enough room for,
Or do we just buy it 3 or 4 little ones like you said, the table toppers that you were just showing me?
yeah, I mean, it's an option, but it's not I don't think it's gonna be terribly inexpensive. This one, let's check this one.
There was a lot of files in the old one, but I do have them locked in the heavy duty file cabinet over there, so. And I think that one, is that file cabinet
1336.
fireproof, that one
we
that
could
like
fit
weighs
notebooks in
like
here.
500
I
pounds?
think it is. There should be a plaque on it that says it, but it was heavy enough to be.
Yeah,
I think we could fit minute books in here.
You could get 3 of them.
I would say let's start with one and see, because it's $200 and they have it in the store. There's a,
That one there you can get at Cabela's also,
okay,
right in Hamburg.
okay. So I would say, whether it's you or me or Carl or whoever, we can authorize the purchase of a small safe up to $250.
Sure.
Okay, I'll make a motion to authorize the purchase of a small fire safe up to $250.
I'll second it.
motion made by Peter, second by Jesse, roll call, Peter.
Aye.
Jesse,
Okay, so
We can use
whether
township
it's,
card or
yeah,
whatever.
township card, whether
Bring
it's
in the receipt
here,
and that and back.
Cabela's, wherever. Yeah, it was do the bookkeeping on the back end of it, but, we'll get that way. You can put your minute books in there and the check stacks and stuff like that.
Is there a minimum size on that?
This one is, the measurements were 15 by 13 by 36. So we should be able to fit as long as we're expeditious about it, we should be able to fit pretty much everything we need to in here. And again, it's $250 or less. We got to pick up a second one.
I mean, we do have that safe over there that's empty, so we can put
We
like
can
maybe.
put stuff, we can put things that we need for, like, I'll call it cold storage in there, but the real
Yeah,
unfortunate thing is the floor out here can't
Yeah.
support the weight of it.
right.
So-
I have, I asked, because said that, because there's minutes from like 19,
I would keep, yeah, any really old stuff, just keep
Yeah.
in the safe over there.
yeah, that's,
It's not hurting anything, and if anybody really needs it, like, we get a right to know request, and we know where it is, we can just go get it.
yeah, so I can get some of that back over to the old,
The
like,
old
old stuff back over into that safe, and that way
Safe.
it's safe.
Yeah. It's still in a safe.
It's safely in the safe.
Yeah.
Next, we got a resume from Jonathan Claypool for part-time road crew. He actually used to be on the road crew and was removed at one point. Just from looking at that, I don't have any objection. We worked with John in the past. You've worked with John in the past.
John's a very, very good guy. And,
yeah.
and he's a hard worker.
He's a hard worker, he's a good guy, he's nice to everybody, he's personable, easy to get along with.
Yep. He knows every inch of road in this township. So
I'll make a motion to re-add Jonathan Claypool back to road crew as part-time.
I'll second that.
Motion made by Peter, second by Jesse. Roll call, Peter.
Aye.
Jesse.
On that note, Kevin Sadison also is interested in being on road crew.
Yeah, Kevin was on for the longest time, and
Kevin is on, yeah.
yeah, he's still on.
He's still on?
Yeah, he's still
Okay.
on. We never removed
Yeah,
him.
Yeah, he's still on, yeah.
I'm looking to call him for a Saturday pothole session.
Call him if you need him. Yeah,
I was gonna say, I didn't think
I spoke to him already.
okay.
we did
I was
housekeeping at
available.
one point and took a bunch of people off that were just like
Right.
there, but
Yeah.
like I'm like 99% sure Kevin's still on the
Okay.
road.
Yeah, he's still on, yeah.
So I can
Yeah.
tell John he doesn't need to come in, right?
No, he's good. You can just onboard with Carl.
All right, cool.
He's probably gonna need to come in with me to fill out the
Yeah,
stuff for payroll.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, Carl could bring him in one of these days while you're here and just
Yeah.
fill out all the stuff.
I mean, that's the only thing coming in.
Yeah.
You would need to do is just come in and.
Make sure he's familiar. He probably still has a little bit of a recollection of the time card situation, all that stuff.
Show Carl the paperwork, give Carl the paperwork and show him how to fill it out. And then he can show John how to fill it out and then John will deliver it. Cause I know he works full time
Yeah.
during the day.
Yeah, I'll need, I can put on the list what else I need besides the paperwork.
Okay. Speaking of road crew, we really should probably get the road crew a porta potty. Since we have Carl and Abby and now John going to be doing work there, we don't have bathroom facilities in the building.
I agree with that.
Um,
We should have something over there because it's
It's
rough to just,
yeah, it's a basic, I feel, necessity that we should be providing for.
yeah.
So let's get some costs on getting a porta potty there. I know Lisa was kind enough to share with me that when we had the porta potty there previously, it was I think $80 a month, and they would come out and empty it like once a week or once every other week and clean it and stuff like
Isn't
that.
it once a
So
week they came out to clean the porta potty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll get some prices on that, but I think we should at least until whatever the situation with the building is with the septic gets sorted, we should put a porta potty there.
It was like $80 or something.
Yeah,
Where are you putting that?
Probably over by where the road crew, like the salt shed and stuff is.
Yeah, put it.
Not
put
to
it
be flaggurated with the
so
little
kids
league.
don't-
Yeah.
Think that if you're at the playground, like I'm thinking of the community picnic on Sunday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, should it be accessible to
I mean,
anybody that's there?
I mean, I don't want kids locking each other in it and stuff.
I mean, if it's, you laugh, I laugh.
I know,
It's
but
a very
I-
real, it's a very real concern.
These kids today are pretty nuts back there.
But yeah, I mean, on one hand, yeah, I like the premise of that, but on the other hand, I want to make sure that we're not.
If we do that, we should have one for the park and one for him, because if it's staff bathroom, it should be a staff bathroom, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, and if it's, I think it's out of the way enough that we won't have to worry about it. But if there are people there for the picnic and they need to use it, we can just tell them like
Yeah.
go over it.
Now, I would prefer to see running water in that park one day.
Well, yeah, that's further down the road.
Yeah.
Further down the road, but I agree. It would be nice to have actual bathrooms there and like
Right.
water fountains and things like that. But we're talking down the road.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get some prices around the porta potty thing. If we're all kind of in agreement that we should provide that, which I think we are.
And I would say get a price for two, just in case we do want to put one in the park.
the one in the park, would that need to be handicapped?
Probably, yeah.
Probably would.
Yeah.
It would need to be a handicapped one and get a price for one and a price for two, I would say.
Okay.
You have baseball.
Yeah, the Little League provides a porta potty too. Yeah. And like I had thought about that too, but I don't know. It doesn't seem very sporting of us to just be like, oh yeah, we don't have bathrooms at the building right now. Just use the Little Leagues thing all the time. Like it just seems a little.
No, I would.
Yeah. Then say
And if
that.
you have to really go to the restroom, you don't want to jump in the truck and drive over here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. We should have some sort of.
The
Facilities.
thing is he can get in here if he has to
But
go,
like Abby
but
and John won't be able
yeah,
to.
they're
Right.
not gonna have access to the office, so.
Yeah. not to beat the dead horse here. I think we all kind of agree that
Yeah.
having a porta potty there, whether it's just for the road crew or road crew and park, like we should get a porta potty.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I have the information from before. I'll, look into that next week.
excellent.
We
Uh,
should have it for Thursday night.
Fantastic. Township credit cards. We need to remove Don and Sue officially from that. And then somebody had made a note about potentially getting a Amazon card as the township, since we buy a lot of junk from Amazon.
Irene suggested the.
Figuratively speaking, a lot of the stuff that we buy, like, all kidding aside, that's like the cheapest place to get
Yeah,
just about
well,
everything.
that's where
Amazon nowadays.
Carl's, mainly using.
Yeah,
To get
I
all
mean,
the stuff, equipment, stuff he needs.
I fall victim to the same thing, that 9 times out of 10, that's where the lowest
easy.
price is, and it's
Look
easy.
there first for everything.
Yeah.
It's easy.
So I'll make a motion to remove Don Height and Susan Stobby from, fully from the credit card accounts.
I'll second it.
Well, first I check Facebook Marketplace and then I go there.
Okay, motion made by Peter, second by Jesse, roll call, Peter. Jesse,
Aye.
And then we'll look at the details on
Yeah.
the Amazon credit card thing, because the nice thing about that is, you get points. Like, that's one of the reasons I started using it, is like, if we're buying stuff on it, you get cash back essentially on it. So if we're buying computers, or we're buying this or that or the other thing on it, I think it's like anywhere between 1% and 5% that we would get as a remittance on it.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
it's savings that we wouldn't normally have on stuff that we're buying anyway. Performance evaluations. We'll be scheduling annual performance evaluations for Lisa and Carl sometime in July for their first year of being on the job. So look forward to that, both of you. Grass and weed cutting. The ordinance might need to be updated, might not. From talking to Colin, the IPMC stuff is pretty comprehensive, and it's pretty cut and dry on what it is or what it isn't. Kraft is already sending out notice of violation letters to people that have not mowed. So maybe we want to look at the grass ordinance, or maybe it's a situation where it's no longer needed because it's been superseded by other things like the IPMC. So we'll talk to Colin about that Thursday night to see what we need to do with that. Also for Thursday night, the committee, we still need to select the 7-member committee for the building. I'll be honest, I didn't get a huge chance to look at that extensively. So I'll try to make it a point of calling some people maybe this week if I can. Likewise,
I say we can pick them and then call them, say you were picked, are you interested? And if
Yeah,
they're not, then
short list, and then we
because that's the
Yeah.
easier
revisit.
way to do it.
Yeah.
Because if we sit there and call every person on that list,
You're right.
and we need to
You're right.
form it, right? So we make the decision of who we want on there, 7 people, right?
And see if they want.
And then we call. And if they say no, we go to another person. So maybe
Maybe we pick some alternates.
we pick some alternates Thursday night. Maybe we
Okay.
pick 10,
10 people,
right?
yeah.
Here's our going from 1 to 10.
Yeah.
And then if, let's say 7 drops out, we go right to 8.
I like it. Okay, let's do that.
do you guys have the list of the people?
No, we do not.
What I can do is scan it and send it to
I
you
was gonna
guys.
say,
Thank you.
I thought I saw you email something, but I might not be thinking of the right thing. Either way,
don't
can
have
you
it.
double check, make sure that we all have it?
Yeah, I'll make sure you guys have it.
Okay, we already talked about a veteran memorial stone. The emergency management coordinator report, there's nothing to report today. Same thing with the Marion Township Fire Department. They'll be giving a report Thursday night.
Other than John wants that air conditioner. And
Yes.
so he wants a air conditioner from Home Depot that's $599.
We can price shop, but
Here's the issue. If it's an emergency trailer, where is he getting this electric to hook it up to?
there's a generator.
He has a generator.
Came with a generator. Like that was part of the grant. Like it is a command center essentially, that if you have to deploy somewhere for a missing person or, a fire
So
or
he has a
flooding,
generator.
it is a self-contained like post essentially where people can operate, and you can coordinate a response to pretty much anything that would throw at us.
I believe there's heat in there already.
Yeah, there's heat in there.
Oh, no, there's an air conditioner.
There is an air conditioner, but I think from what John was saying is it might not have enough oomph to it to deal with, like, when we have like 95 plus degree days, it just can't keep up with the heat in there. So we need a slightly larger unit. So I'm okay with price shopping it around. And again, it's,
I mean,
It's-
I
it's
think
a
we
thing.
should test it first.
yeah.
If we have an AC unit in there right now,
Well, that's what he sent the email for, was like, he had it running the other day to test it out because we had a day that was above 90
right,
and it just really wasn't able to keep up with it. So I'm okay with trying it out, but we should just kind of keep it in our back pocket, prepared of like, okay, we have something that's not quite working right. Let's look at it. The other side note on here is it's not going to be a total waste because we could probably take the unit that's out of there and put it in that back room because there's currently no HVAC in that back room.
so I've never seen this
Yeah, well, hopefully,
regional asset, so I can't tell you what's installed in that trailer and what's not installed in that
Yeah.
trailer, because it's at his house.
well,
But-
let's see if Thursday night, if he can bring it up, because I know he wanted to do that the
But if
last time.
If it was something that was installed by the trailer company, because that's what this trailer was
Yeah.
for, something telling me that they either have an undersized unit on there, or maybe it needs to be relooked at, because it should have been for that size
Yeah.
trailer. It's probably an RV AC.
Yeah,
No, it's a freestanding
it's a portable unit.
portable unit, like you could get for your house on wheels.
Yeah, we'll look at it. We'll see if it's something
I don't know why they would do that for a trailer. It's supposed to be,
modular. It's just so that if you don't need it, if you need the space, you can take it out during the winter.
well, I mean, if you put the RV roof air conditioner on, it'd be on the roof,
I mean, that's fair.
right?
That's fair.
So I mean, it wouldn't,
Yeah, well, let's talk to.
you'd have all the floor space.
We'll talk to John. There might have been a reason that they didn't do that. I won't split hairs or
I just,
spin theories, but
before we spend more
Yeah.
money,
no,
no offense to him,
Yeah.
but before we spend more money, I would like to see the rest of the grant money reimbursed for everything, and then we can worry about spending more money.
yeah. I
Just
mean, we're
because
gonna,
we're running a real tight ship with
the
the
grant,
building
the
and the
grant money
roads.
is gonna, like, it's part of the grant agreement. So like,
I just don't
unless
wanna,
the state government
right,
defaults.
I just
we're
don't
in
wanna
good
front
shape.
all of this money and then,
Yeah.
okay, right now we need this cash for,
Yeah,
let's say
no,
this road,
I-
or,
we have unlimited wants and limited resources. So I
Okay.
agree with you on that. But even if we're just trying it out to see, okay, maybe it just was not able to do it that one day or something. I don't know. It never hurts to have that prepared for like,
Mhm.
okay, this is the kind of thing we want to look at, or like getting an RV thing for the roof or something like that. Having that in our back pocket so that if we say, okay, it doesn't work, like it's not working the way it's intended, need to make a change, we have it prepped and ready to go, and it's not then another like 6 months while we get everything figured out. So, with that said, that is the last item on the agenda. I do not have any additional comments. Kelly, you might have some MTCA things that you'd like to bring up?
Yes, I did see something in the notes here about the bleachers. Those portable bleachers belong to MTCA.
Yeah.
June of 24, I purchased them.
So they are in fact MTCA's, not Lee Dice's. Kind of what I thought.
That is
Okay.
correct. They
yeah,
are out.
that, I was
We might
told,
have gotten them originally, but
Probably,
we actually have the check that we paid for them.
He sat here that night, that one
Yeah.
night, he's like,
Yeah.
they were his and.
Yeah. Well, you got to take everything with a grain of salt, but
Yeah.
All right, so I can make corrections on the general now.
Yeah.
Community picnic tomorrow, noon. Possibly Friday night, we'll do a movie night. There was a conflict last night of scheduling with the person showing the movie, so I'm not 100% sure, but possibly we might change that to this Friday coming up.
okay. Does it?
I'm good.
Okay. Lisa,
I'm good.
Carl? Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you, everybody. I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting. The time is now 10:01 a.m.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Peter, second by Jesse, roll call Peter.
Aye.
Jesse.
Okay, thanks, everybody. See you Thursday.
Smart man bringing his coffee with him.
Yeah.